What's up, Marvel United family? Welcome to the channel. Servant Zero here, aka Mr. Perry, and today we'll be showcasing and reviewing Wanda and Pietro Maximo, better known as Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, from Marvel United X-Men First Class Expansion Season 2. Let's go. All right, Marvel United family, let's check out Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver card here. They're going to have their standard 18 being a villain. They come with a special setup. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver starts the game in the same location. They qualify as super villains. So a fifth player or sixth player or seventh player, if you guys are playing the team versus team mode, are able to take on these guys and use them. The heroes will get the indicated tokens, all right, and be able to divide them up as they see fit. Scarlet Witch is going to have a health of 4 when fighting 4 heroes, a health of 3 when fighting 3 heroes, and a health of 2 when fighting 2 heroes. Quicksilver is going to have a health of 6 when fighting 4 heroes, a health of 4 when fighting 3 heroes, and a health of 3 when fighting 2 heroes. All right. Their special rule: thugs and civilians are added based on Quicksilver's location. When Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver is defeated, they remain in play and act normally. The heroes only win if both of them are defeated. When a hero is KO'd, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver doesn't activate their BAM. Instead, draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. Scarlet Witch's BAM: deal 1 damage to each hero in Scarlet Witch and adjacent location. Quicksilver's BAM: deal 1 damage to each hero in location Quicksilver left, entered, or moved through this turn. Their overflow: if one or more civilian or thug token can't be added to a location, draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So, as you guys can see, they're going to be burning through their deck. So, let's check out their cards, guys. All right. These are the cards for Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Don't let it confuse you. It's not as many as if you play the Sinister Six in season 1. It's not as many, it's just 2, it's not bad. And it's a little more, you could tell it's not as simple as Apocalypse cards. Apocalypse cards, they have the little horsemen on the side there, and telling you which ones move first, but these guys not bad either, so don't let it confuse you. You will first start with Scarlet Witch. She will move 2, and then you will start with Quicksilver. He will move 3. They both will BAM, and the Quicksilver's face here is who they're going by. So wherever Quicksilver land, that's where you will put out your 2 thugs, and you will put a thug in the adjacent location on this side and the adjacent location on that side. So, not bad, right, guys? Their next card, you're gonna move, Scarlet Witch is gonna move 3, Quicksilver is gonna move 4, they will BAM, and in the location where Quicksilver lands, you will put out a thug, and then you will put a thug to the adjacent location on this side and the adjacent location on that side. All right, Scarlet Witch will move a 1, Quicksilver will move a 2, they will BAM, and they will put out some thugs. Scarlet Witch will move 1, Quicksilver will move 5, they BAM and put out some civilians. Scarlet Witch moves 2, Quicksilver moves 3. They bam, and they will put out some civilians. Scarlet Witch will not move. Quicksilver will move 1. They will bam and put out some thugs. Scarlet Witch will move 1. Quicksilver moves 2. They bam and put out some civilians. Scarlet Witch will move 3. Quicksilver will move 4. They bam and they will put out some civilians. And they both have 2 special effect cards, which gives them 4 cards in all, but they split it. So Quicksilver's 2 special effect cards is going to be his superhuman speed. He will move a total of 6. He will deal 1 damage to each hero in the game. Quicksilver can't take any damage until the next villain turn. All right. Scarlet Witch's special effect cards here. She will gonna have 2, and they are the same. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are placed in their starting locations at full health. Reality warping. Face down master plan cards are shuffled back into the deck. Place heroes in their starting location. Each hero with less than 3 cards in hand draws cards from the start of the storyline until they have 3 in hand. Those are her special effect cards. All right, let's check out their threats, guys. All right, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver threat cards here. The first set is going to be Troubled Loyalty. When this threat card is cleared, delay the next villain turn by 1. All right, and it's going to take 4 heroic actions to get rid of this one, guys, these 2. All right, their next set is going to be Chaos Magic. Heroes starting their turn in this location must play their card randomly. Then place 1 heroic token from the pool on this card. It's going to take 4 heroic actions to get rid of these. And their last set is going to be Sibling Bond. As long as this threat is in play, whenever Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver would be defeated, they go back to 1 health instead. And it's going to take 3 heroic actions to get rid of these guys, all right? So, that being Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, the villains that you will be fighting in the Marvel United X-Men First Class Season 2. Let's see how they work. All right, guys, let's talk about Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver here and all their goodies. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver has a special setup. They will start the game in the same location. As you guys can see, wherever they start the game, they will start it together. All right. They do qualify as super villains, which means a 5th player can play as them if you guys are playing the regular super villain mode, and the heroes will get the tokens to divide amongst themselves as such. Now, if you are playing the team versus team and you decide to play the supervillain mode, the heroes will not be allowed to get the tokens or the superhero cards unless you guys are playing the team versus team mode, accelerated villain challenge. Then the heroes will be able to use 1 superhero card. They're still not able to use the tokens, but at least you can get your hands on a superhero card. It can be game-changing for your team, all right? And of course, it adds the fun of being able to have a 6th and 7th player in the game. So Always fun and chaotic, guys. All right, let's see. Scarlet Witch will have a health of 4 when fighting 4 heroes, a health of 3 when fighting 3 heroes, and a health of 2 when fighting 2 heroes. Quicksilver will have a health of 6 when fighting 4 heroes, a health of 4 when fighting 3 heroes, and a health of 3 when fighting 2 heroes. The special rules. Thugs and civilians are added based on Quicksilver's location. So, like the card here, guys, wherever Quicksilver lands is where you guys will be putting out your civilians and you'll be putting out your thugs based on where he lands. That's why his picture is there, all right? Nothing too difficult about that. Okay. When Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are defeated, they remain in play and act normally. The heroes only win if both of them are defeated. So, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver has a threat card that basically keeps them with 1 health. So you guys want to try to knock out that threat card so that when you do start beating them up, you'll be able to defeat them and get them out of the game. All right. When a hero is KO'd, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver don't activate their BAM. Instead, they draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So again, guys, they're wanting to burn through their deck. So be sure you guys try not to get beat up, okay? All right, Scarlet Witch's BAM. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Scarlet Witches and adjacent locations. So if you are in her location and you are adjacent to her location, if she BAMs, she will deal damage to Angel, Cyclops, and Beast. Every time she BAMs, guys, that's the order. That's how she will be getting you. So be sure you guys are careful, all right? Now, Quicksilver's BAM. Deal 1 damage to each hero in location Quicksilver left, entered, or moved through this turn. So with Quicksilver, if he decides to go, let's say this was his card here, he went 4 and he BAMmed, he would run 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so because he moved, he started here, he left here, so Cyclops will get a damage. He moved through this location, so Beast would get a damage. And he moved through this location, so Marvel Girl would get a damage. And he ended his turn here. Now, if there was a hero here and he ended his turn here, Angel would also get a damage because he ended his turn here as well. But Angel is free, so he was up there. So that's how the Quicksilver BAM would work. Anyway, he's kind of like Juggernaut and Rhino in that sense, moving through the locations like that and causing damage. So be careful about that, guys. That being Quicksilver's BAM. Overflow. If 1 or more civilian or thug token can't be added to a location, draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. Again, that being their overflow. If it happens, guys, they're going to be putting those cards out. So, that being Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and their special rules and abilities, let's talk about their threat cards. The first pair we're going to look at is Chaos Magic. Heroes starting their turn in this location must play their hand randomly, then place 1 heroic action token from the pool on this card. It's going to take 4, or shall I say 3 heroic actions to get rid of this one. And the way they work is, of course, if you are going to start your turn here, if you landed here and you guys wasn't able to get rid of this and you started your turn here, you would have to play your hand randomly. So I'm going to use Logan's cards here. This is your hand. You pulled your 4th card you pulled. So you would take your hand and you would turn it face down and you would just shuffle your cards. For those who don't know, this is what the game means when they say randomly. And then you just pick your card. And whatever card it is, that's the card you have to play. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it could be bad, all right? And then once you finish that, you would add a token, a heroic action, to the card, and that's that, all right? So they give you one on that 4, which is kind of janky, but it's cool. It's kind of funny. Thinking about, you guys have to remember that this is the first class, so these guys are young. You know, they're teenagers. They're not yet at their most powerful self yet. So that's what make it kind of fun to see them adding little mechanics in that, you know, these guys are messing up, or they kind of doing little jinky things. Yeah, so it's kind of funny like that. And their next set, threat cards, is going to be Sibling Bond. As long as this threat is in play, whenever Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver would be defeated, they go back to 1 health instead. It's going to take 3 heroic actions to get rid of these. So these are the threats that's going to keep them in the game at 1 health that you want to make sure you get rid of these guys, so that you could be able to damage them and get them out, all right? Don't keep them on the board, because the longer they stay on the board, the more trouble that they can cause, all right, guys? Their last set is going to be Troubled Loyalty. When this threat is cleared, delay the next villain turn by 1 card. It's going to take 4 heroic actions to get rid of these, and they have 2 of them. Okay, so basically, guys, the way this works, let's say Beast went, Marvel Girl went, Cyclops went, and let's say that Cyclops got rid of 1 of these threats, all right? He finished up 1 of these threats. Now, instead of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver going, they would skip that turn. So Angel would go, then Beast would go, then Marvel Girl would go, and after Marvel Girl, let's be bad. Let's say that Marvel Girl cleared this thread. All right, so she cleared this one. So again, the villains have to skip their turn, right? You see how you can get some combos on it if you look at it right? And let's say Scott went, Cyclops went, and then Archangel went, and then Beast went, all right? And now at that time, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver turn would come. Man, I'm telling you guys, this game is truly amazing. When you start looking at how to get combos and how to keep these guys down, yeah, you can really do some cheesing. It is really fun, the freedom that you have to do these and work the mechanics like that. So that's how that would work, guys, with this Troubled Loyalty here. Again, with them being young, they making mistakes. They're still trying to learn their powers, still trying to learn how to maneuver and how to do set things. So they make mistakes like that, which if you are a hero like we are, you can capitalize on those type of problems, right? Okay, let's check out their special effect cards. The first 2 we're going to check out is Scarlet Witch's. She has her reality warping. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are placed in their starting location at full health. Face down, Master Plan cards are shuffled back into the deck. Place heroes in their starting location, okay? Each hero with less than 3 cards in their hand draws cards from the start of the storyline until they have 3 in hand. This is Scarlet Witch's reality warping, which basically she gets 2 opportunities to reset the game, okay? It could be a good thing. Sometimes it could be a bad thing. As far as when she does it, if you guys were on the verge of beating them, now you guys have to start all over beating them again, okay? Now, it does not bring back their already defeated threat cards, which is good, but it does give them full health again and resets your cards. So if you are pulling, if you didn't have 3 cards in your hand, you would have to pull from the start of the storyline. Your cards, not your other teammates' cards, okay? You would only pull your card from there. So you would pull your card, which would give you more in your deck. The bad thing about that is if your heroes all had less than 3 cards, they're all going to pull from that storyline, which is going to increase your deck, but their deck will almost stay the same. If they did not put, if you were like really good and you kept the overflow from happening and none of you guys were knocked out, so they didn't have any face down cards in the storyline, their deck will not grow. So their deck is going to stay small, which means when the villains run out of deck, they're going to win the game. So it's almost a stall tactic or a oh my gosh, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but it's almost as if they get a renewal, a rebirth per se, keeping you with your deck full and their deck staying low, especially if they didn't have any face down cards. So their deck is really gonna run out a lot faster now. So now you guys as heroes are gonna have to do your best to try to get over here to them, take them out before their hand runs out, okay? And that will be Wanda's reality warping ability. She can do it twice. So let's hope she doesn't do it at a pivotal moment in the game, which will reset everything, and you guys will be like, what the heck? All right. And Quicksilver. His special effect cards is going to be superhuman speed, deal 1 damage to each hero in the game. Quicksilver can't take any damage until the next villain turn. So, Quicksilver is going to move around the board. Doesn't matter where you are as heroes. When he does his special effect, he is going to travel the board in one go. And at that time, he is going to punch everybody that he passes by. And then, add insult to injury, he will gain a shield for the entire hero turn cycle, okay? Now, once that happened, you know, no big deal. You just can't hit him, but at least you'll be able to hit Wanda. At least you'll be able to hit Scarlet Witch, okay? And hopefully it doesn't happen again at a time where you guys are really needing to like get him out of there, get them out to win the game. And, you know, just depending on how the cards fall, that's what always makes it fun. You never know how the card's gonna fall. And that will be you guys fighting to get rid of them. So that's going to be Quicksilver's superhuman speed and Scarlet Witch's reality warping, guys. And that's going to be Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver from the Marvel United X-Men First Class. These are the 2 villains that you guys will fight. Have a blast with them, have fun with them. Again, this expansion brings more mechanics as far as that reality warping there. I don't know. I'm still going through the 2nd season here, so I don't know another villain that does that yet so far, but I'll see. So that being Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and I like the fact that it comes with the Danger Room, also adding that extra buff to characters or teams that's not really synchronized well. This gives the ability to be able to build yourself a decent character, taking a character that's not so strong, and with the permanence being able to hold more than one, it really could, especially if you get some good ones, man. This really could make the characters like really helpful in the game. Just don't get knocked out though, okay? Because if you get knocked out, you're gonna lose them. But again, if you're looking to collect them, to get all the characters, this expansion, I would recommend it. It's a great expansion to have. You want to get that Danger Room, the Danger Room. If anything, you want to be able to get this Danger Room because you can add it to any location except the mandatory locations. Those locations are the locations that are black. So they don't look like this. They are the black ones. Those are mandatory locations. You don't want to add your danger room to that location because it nulls it out. That mandatory has to happen, so it's nothing you can do about that. But other than that, being able to add this to any location in the Marvel United Universe so far, and then being able to buff heroes that may not be that strong, help the team out, it's really, really neat, guys. So just for that alone, you want to get this expansion. So again, being Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, I like both of their molds. They did a great job with these guys, of course, capturing their youthfulness, them making mistakes and stuff as they get older and get better, being able to really become powerful mutants themselves. So if you guys like what I'm doing, again, guys, this is the Marvel United X-Men First Class Expansion, Season 2. If you guys like what I'm doing, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. You guys share the video. Stay safe out there and be blessed. And I will see you guys in the next one.